I was watching Kathy last summer in June give a presentation to Unhwa Mawada at 43rd Street just after we were breaking up on one of our little activities, and just watching her, I was saying, wow, Kathy's got some presentation skills. I was saying to myself, she's gonna be awesome. And then when I caught on what she was saying, she was talking about a product that was healthful, and then, you know, I've made a business, and I've done 6 presentations that takes 45 minutes to present 6 times a day, 6 days a week, in between. And that's the marketing side of the business, and that was the portfolio manager, so I'm interviewing hedge fund managers, stocks and bonds, but my day. So I felt for you, because I saw you you're pouring your heart out in the presentation. Every time I give a presentation, it's the same presentation, but I love what I presented, because I invented my own kind of portfolio theory, so I was just looking at Kathy. So, you know, when you're presenting to somebody about something you love, and whether it's a right principle or carp or whatever, you know, you know when someone's asking you questions that are buying in questions, like, well, tell me more about that, or right. And so I decided to be a customer for Kathy. So a whole group of PCs were standing, and so I said, so Kathy, let me get this straight. Are you saying that this product is good for you and can make us money? So I asked her a leading question, and she goes, that's exactly right, let me tell you about that. And so we had this energy going, and I was kind of not playing with you, but I was just kind of helping you, because that's what it feels like when you have a fish on the hook who's asking all the right questions. And I knew what the right questions were, because I'm a businessman, so I know what you were doing. So I asked a few leading questions like that, which then, of course, it generates energy of other people. But we were kind of like doing a little show, because everyone's like, wow, Jason's really into this. Then, so I listened to her, and then I got some of the marketing material, the Vemma Voice newspaper, took it back. I said to myself, this is very well made. This is a high quality, you know. Anybody who's run a business knows that every flyer, every piece of marketing material, every website, everything you've got to do. If you're a smart business person, you do it yourself. So you look at the details like that, like, well, this is quality. The DVD's there, it's just begging to be played. I popped it in, found out all about mangosteen and essential minerals, and then I read that part of it in the newspaper about how many fruits and vegetables you have to eat to equip. It's a very powerful presentation. It's just, this is what you have to eat to get the same kind of vitamins. And the line that catches me, and the line that caught your father, was choking down vitamins. That's exactly how I feel every time I took vitamins. And I've never taken a supplement my whole life that ever mattered to me. I'm not injured in those. I'm not a sensitive person. So, you know, I eat garbage all my life, fast, fatty foods, steaks, actually, Coca-Cola, doesn't matter. And, but Indian is very sensitive. And she's taking kind of, I guess, what the best vitamins money can buy, but they're in pill form. I get that over, I don't even know what brand it is. And sometimes I pop one in, the vitamin B12 I hate, and they upset your stomach. And then when you read also that less than 10% of the vitamin is actually being absorbed by your body. Okay. So how did I then told my secretary to call you and said, give me some product. So did I know how it tasted then?
No, you didn't.
You didn't have a sample on you. I was asking you for a sample, and you didn't have a sample, and I called you, and they said, send me some product right away. And 2 of those big orange and yellow white bottles came in. I said to myself, wow, this is very well packaged. The box itself is a high quality box. You can be proud of this product. It's not a shoddy product in the way it presents itself. Because that man, BK, was very successful in multi-level marketing in a vitamin product before he invented this, right? Part of his story, and the way I share it with others, is I think both his parents died early of diseases. And that's part of his motivation, was wellness for people. And here we are, everyone in this room is associated because we are involved with spiritual wellness for mankind. But spiritual wellness, as Indian says, internal and external excellence, or the spiritual, or Hyunjin said this morning, we are the invisible 2 parents and the visible corporeal 2 parents. It's always the 2 that goes together, the yin and the yang, the physical and the spiritual. So, and as you get older, and you know, I'm not getting any younger. Well, I'm going to end this to remind me to tell you how to end this little testimony with what happened on the airplane with Ariana. But so last June, I got my first package. It comes with a little shot glass. Took 2 ounces. Tastes great. You know, and then I didn't really notice a lot. Like I said, I don't feel a lot. It doesn't hit you with a bang, which is a good thing, because it doesn't make you throw up or sit on the toilet for 3 hours, right? It's just part of your daily life. But I've been doing ballroom with Ariana for about a year, and we do some instructions. And when it comes to free dancing, I can barely do a swing dance. And if there's 2 swing dances in a row, and somebody says, "Oh, would you like to do another swing dance?" I have to say no, which is always sad when you have to say no when somebody has the guts to ask you to dance. And and so I didn't know, and I was doing that for a year already, but I was not having the energy to do that, and I wake up feeling like I wish I could sleep 3 more hours or 4 more hours like most of us feel. So these are the things that have changed, because slowly, all of a sudden, I'm stepping on the scale. No, the first thing that happened was I went like this one day, and my hands usually used to rest on this flap here, on both sides. And I went, and my hands just went, poop. I went, what happened? What happened to this? What happened to this? So nobody said anything to me yet, but I just like, is something happening here? Because this is the hardest part, and I've never tried to diet. I hate working out, and without working out, without dieting, I guess maybe a little bit of ballroom, I started to lose pounds. And I've lost 22. Over 10 since June, just little by little, but it's a virtuous cycle starts to take place, because I started losing weight, walking around with, can you imagine walking around 22 pounds more? You can. Yeah. 22 pounds more, or suddenly walking with 22 pounds less, that by itself is wonderful, right? But the Vemma is also giving you energy, and I gave it to the kids. They've got like 2% body fat, so they didn't lose any weight, but they love the product, and then as some of you who are married for a long time, you'll know what I mean when I said I didn't get all enthusiastic on Indian, because when a spouse comes to another spouse and says, honey, you gotta try this. In a long marriage, that's the first indicator that she's not gonna try it. So, I know Indian well enough to know that she needs her own space, and she doesn't need a spouse who's totally convinced. So, if I'm really convinced about something, I'll kind of downplay it. I'll say, kids, try this. You like it? Yeah. Go tell your mom about it. Right? So the Indian starts trying, she said, this is wonderful. And this is good. She feels it right away. This is excellent. And then she takes it to mother and father. And they've been taking it. And father, everyone wants father to be well, right? Yeah. Every morning, his pile of vitamins was like this.
Oh my God.
Father take this, father take this, father take this. It's like, this is good for you. And father's in good health, so he's not taking a lot of medicines or anything. He doesn't have any high blood pressure or heart. It's really amazing, amazing health. But he's taking a pile of vitamins, and he never complains until Vemma came along. Then he said, I hated those pills. We're gonna get a shot of Vemma on the breakfast table with father drinking it. But 2 parents now, just very quietly, not a big fanfare. What happened was they ran out of it, and we got an emergency phone call. Jin Nim, Federal Express Vemma right away. So just last week, we put another big order. So our order through Kathy is for me and my family, and 2 family everywhere in the world, which is Korea, East Garden, and Las Vegas. And so big shipment just went to Las Vegas. So and from my order size, I've got a whole closet full, because I give 2 ounce, because the 2 ounces is what you can afford to give away, but I give away 2 big bottles, a big box, because on Tulsa, Mrs. Carter, and others, and just because I'm so excited about giving people the wealth benefit, the wellness benefits that, and perhaps wealth benefits, but the wellness benefits of this product. And so the virtuous cycle is you get more energy. I'm still losing pounds. I'm eating better. I make commitments like no steak, no pork, except for last night's gala. That's pretty good, folks. I had a few bites, but I don't finish the plate, because all of a sudden when your stomach's going in, instead of like this, then you all of a sudden you watch what you eat, and then it's just round and round and round. Everything's getting better. Ariana's like, oh my God, Dad, you look great, and everything is more energetic. You feel younger. You look great. Kathy's dad looks great. He looks great. Even since the last time I saw him, he looked better. And so do you. Your skin looks great. Your eyes look great. That's it. It's great. I mean, young people already look great, but it's the older folks that need the help. It shows more. Linda Proctor says she lost a lot of weight, right?
She did.
And others at the conference that I met. So, what else can I say about this product?
Yeah, you were going to give us a...
Other than the fact that, Injun and the boys flew to Las Vegas to meet with parents first, and then so I was coming with Ariana, we're on the plane, Ariana talking, and the stewardess goes, you're such a wonderful couple. And I've never gotten that with Ariana. And I said, you're joking, right? She said, no, I said, I'm her dad. She goes, you're joking. I'm not joking. No, you are joking. She called the other stewardesses. This man is saying that they're not a couple, he's her dad. Like, you had her when you were 10? So it didn't make Ariana feel bad, because, she looks young, but That never happened before. And it happened twice. It happened on the airplane with a whole bunch of, and it happened again when we arrived. They thought I was her husband. You know. It's remarkable.
Thank you so much.
Well,